Now I'm sick and tired of sisters out here talking about how they're a queen, and they want you to address them as a queen, but yet they don't act like one. Yet they act like something other than a queen. Yet they don't dress like one. They want to show their cleavage. They want to show their behind. When they sit down and want they want to wear these low-rider pants. When they sit down and see the crack of their behind. That's not a queen. That's not queen behavior. So us as women, us as queens, us that ain't appropriate ourselves, we gotta make those changes because again, it starts with this.
That's what you gotta keep in mind when you're being Afrocentric. So if you change what you wear, if you change your jewelry, if you change your hair, but yet you still talking about what's up, my nigga, yet you still looking at women as a piece of meat, yet you still looking at men as something that just advance you financially, yet you still degrade yourself, you still just an everyday Negro. You still just an everyday Negro. And you have to be willing to change this, and it's an ongoing process.
Take this information and teach others about this mighty walk that we involved in. We gotta teach our children about this walk. We gotta have the children walking the walk. We can't be doing one thing and our children doing a whole other thing. We gotta tell them how the struggle continues. We gotta tell them how they gotta continue to push. How they gotta be involved in our culture and our history and liberating us as African people in every aspect of it. Take this mighty walk with me.
And then you gotta keep in mind that some people, and it's gonna be loved ones, it's gonna be family and friends, they're gonna disagree with what you're doing. They're gonna have something to say about what you're doing, but you gotta stay strong. You gotta stay strong. They're gonna say things like, what you doing with your hair like that? Why don't you get a perm? You need to do something with that. Well, what's them things in your head? What you doing walking around with them things in your head? With your nappy head and stuff? What you doing wearing them clothes? What you think, you're African now? You think you're African, so you gonna change your name to Kuta Kintai? You gonna start talking like, they gonna have insults. And what you do is you look them back in their eye and say, I wear these clothes because this is of me. This is what I come from. I wear my hair like this because this is of me. This is what I come from. And yes, I intend to learn an indigenous African language. Yes, I intend to connect myself to Africa in the diaspora. Yes, I intend to change my name because I don't want to keep that slave name anymore. So the question is not what is wrong with me. Why am I thinking I'm an African? The question is what in the hell is wrong with you? Excuse my language.
It continues with our children, it continues with our grandchildren, it continues with our great-great-grandchildren. We gotta continue this walk and don't stop because you get tired. Don't stop because you get out of breath. Don't stop because your calf hurts. Don't stop and continue this walk and continue to struggle. And when you say to follow as African people, just keep in mind we're gonna walk it out.
It was about us coming together as sisters, and we was assisting each other, being instrumental within the community. We have to be instrumental within the community. That's what the sisterhood is about. That's what the sister circle is about. It's about that women, African women, we represent life. Life comes through us. Right. We have to understand that. We have to have some type of self-pride and self-knowledge in order for us to stand up and say proudly, I'm an African woman. Right. We gotta have that. Then we gotta go through the process. Once you learn what it means to be an African, you gotta go through the process of re-Africanizing yourself. Reawaken that African mind. How do you do that? You do that through studying. You must study.
I just want us to get better as African people. I just want us to get wiser as African people. The only way we're going to get African empowerment is to study. To understand that we've been miseducated. To understand that we gotta study the truth.
It's an ongoing process. It's never ending. I'm still learning. I'm still reading my books. I'm going to continue to do that as long as I live and say I'm an African. I'm going to continue to do that, and that's what you got to keep in mind. A lot of us read a few books and think that's all it takes. That's not all it takes. That's not all it takes. It's an ongoing process. The same way they purged our mind of anything that meant something to us, we got to purge our minds of everything they gave us. And relearn some things that's beneficial for us. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to be willing to do. And it's an ongoing process. I'm not going to stop saying it because you want to remember that. It's an ongoing process. You have to continue to study.